Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Tessa. Today has been a super busy day and I got caught up in something and wasn't watching the time. I'm only a few minutes late, so not too bad. But today was like a constant non-stop stream of people in my apartment. I finally got my new aide. She came with a nurse who had to set up my case, and then Bayada nurses home care from being in the hospital. Their OT, occupational therapists, physical therapists, and their nurse were here. And everybody was here at the same time in my nice little tiny apartment. So it was like crazy. And I'm trying to do exercises for OT and PT and listen to questions from both nurses, and it was crazy. Very, very crazy day for me. So I didn't get any writing done today yet. Having an aide here kind of puts a damper on me doing things like that because, you know, kind of hard to work with somebody who's working around your house around you and this and that. So, and it was her first day, so she wasn't sure what she was doing. And actually she did pretty good for being her first day and just walking into a job. Although she started organizing my house, and I'm like, this is nice, except that you're just making bigger piles. So I have clean spots, but I have bigger piles that I don't know where everything is now. So I have to get back to work on that so I can get things the way I want them. But she'll probably continue doing that if I don't. So I spent a lot of time texting my kids, trying to set up appointments and who can take me when, and it's such a big thing, you know. I'll be glad to have this boot off so that I can, you know, get around and do things on my own without having to bother the family and try to coordinate who's going to do what, because this one has to do more than the other one and it's not fair. And what do you want me to do? You're all adults, you know, really now. I shouldn't have to be babysitting you. So that was my fun day. I did practice a lot of my fancy lettering because I've been sitting around trying to do something and waiting for other things to happen. Hi, Greg. Oh, nice to see you. I changed my hours. I'm starting later, so I know I may not see you as much because I know you're on the other side of the ocean there, so it's kind of late for you. But it's nice to see you. And you know, I'm almost to 200 subscribers. I'm like, whoa. I wasn't planning on that happening. But that's what happens when you do the worldwide write-a-thon. You get a lot of new people. So I'm almost to 200. A few more and I'll pass it. I don't know if I'm going to do anything about it, but I will, you know. I'm looking forward to having over 200. I never thought I'd have 100, so. Did you get your work back from your proofreader yet? Oh no, you're quite tired now, but you feel like you didn't do enough today. Well, hopefully you can do something and that feeling will go away. I don't worry too much about that. I'm not on a timeline, a deadline, or well, I am on a deadline. I take that back. The story does have to be done by July 1st for the editor. So I am sort of on a deadline. Not a severe one where I have to say, okay, I'm going to write this many words a day, and if I don't do it, then I'm not going to feel right. So you're still waiting on the proofreader. Well, that doesn't help. You could subscribe with an encounter too. That's one way of doing it. Everybody that has multiple accounts, quick, subscribe. um, yeah, I have to cut the hours. It's really weird because I'm like, okay, I should be streaming now. Oh no, it's only 7 o'clock, and I changed them to 9 o'clock. So now you have to wait. It's like, hi, Dee Dee. How are you? These later hours you're going to take some getting used to, and watching my time to make sure it's 2 hours. I'm going to be a regular, you know, live streamer who does 2 hour sprints. Oh well. I was spending all my life doing that, and now maybe I can read some more and have some time. But with the aid here, it's kind of hard because, like, who wants to be like writing your story when you have somebody standing there watching you? uh, Greg says, of course, maybe you want it to happen more naturally. Naturally is fine. You do not have to sign on with a bunch of different accounts. I was only kidding. Making more content will certainly get your subscribers up. Yeah, I've been doing more videos this past week or so, and I have, besides the Worldwide Write-a-thon, I've got a few extra people that I don't think were at the Worldwide Write-a-thon. So yeah, people are actually watching the videos. That's a good thing. Yeah, you remember when you wondered whether you would ever catch up with my subscribers, and then you were quick to tell me you surpassed my subscribers. You have over 300 now. Wow. Well, you found a niche, and that's great. That's, one of the things that they suggest you do is find a niche. And if you find the right one, you're going to get a lot of subscribers. And you obviously got something that people are interested in. So I'm happy for you. Yeah, Dee Dee, it will give me more time to relax and do some other things because I wasn't doing anything but streaming. And it's like I get up, all right, it's time to stream, go back to bed. It's like I can't read, I wasn't reading, and writing I was doing a little bit while I was on the stream, but now I can, if I want to just spend a few hours in the afternoon and not be on a stream, because sometimes I find that distracting. So sometimes I will just write without having to worry about sprinting. I can just write, and while I'm feeling like I want to write. So yes, I was on Charlie's stream. I am not ready to give up Charlie's stream yet. I cut down my own hours, but as a co-host, it's a lot less stress than being the host. So I'm still on Charlie's stream for now. I'm not planning on, leaving his stream, right? Her, they, non-binary. I get so confused. I'm trying my best, but the non-binary thing gets me so confused sometimes. So yes, but you know what? It went so long last night because they were doing their 1 year anniversary celebration, and I'm like falling asleep, and it was getting later and later, and I'm like, oh wow, we're really streaming a long time. And then afterwards, afterwards, everybody gets together and talks for a while after it's done. And I'm like, can somebody please go so I don't have to be the first one? I don't want to be the first one to leave. So we're going to see what it's like to be doing just 2 hours. And I dropped my unlimited down to the free 20 hours. So I do have to watch my times now for sure, because I only get 20 hours. Well, this month it's already paid for. But starting next month, I have to start being very careful with the amount of hours. So I can do Tuesday and Thursday for 4 weeks, and then maybe 2 Saturdays or something like that. Or pop up and no Saturdays. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Or maybe Tuesday and Saturday or Thursday and Saturday. It's 2 days a week with an occasional few hours left for pop up now and then or something. So I am going to try to do it the way the other people do it. The other half lives. Not me and my wild up all night, stream all night. No, gotta stop that. I'm sleeping a little bit better since I've started cutting down on the time. And it's only going to help my health, not, make it worse. It'll help my health. So, okay. Now, I'm going to set our first timer. No, they don't. That's the one good thing. I had to tell Laura that because she was doing the free ones. She goes, she's counting. She goes, oh, I'm not going to be able to do the next one because I won't have enough hours. I said, as long as you, and it says on there, as long as you start a stream, they will not cut you off. Then you can go however long you want. So they won't cut you off. As long as you have time left in your time bank, you can start a stream and you can go and they won't cut you off. So it is possible to go over 20 hours without being penalized, as far as I know. I don't think there's any penalty. Maybe if you do it every month, they may have a penalty. I don't know. But I just have to pay more attention to the amount of time I'm spending so that I don't go too far over. I know that last one will be okay. I can start it and just, I can go till it's over with. Not that I'm going to use that to run an 8-hour stream or anything. I can try to stick to my 2 hours and just do 2-hour streams. It's working great for several people I know. So that's what we're going to do. It's hard finding the right time frame, though, because I've got people stretched out from California to the other side of the world, and it's hard to find a time that's good for everybody. So all I can do is pick a certain time and hope that somebody shows up. So I'm going to set the first timer. I don't know if I should shorten it to 20 minutes instead of 25. So there's time in between each one. I know most of them do like 20 minutes, not 25. Nothing like following the crowd. I'm not usually one who follows the crowd. But I don't know. Maybe we should make it 20 minutes. We'll see how the 20 minutes goes, and then a little bit of talk, and then go from there. I'm not going to start the 10-minute warm-up things, though that a lot of them do. I think that's just plain stupid. Because I know sooner it gets started and 10 minutes is done, and it's just a waste as far as I'm concerned. So we will start with 20 minutes. Oh, I didn't share the screen. So I'm late. So normally I have my shared screen already set up. This time I don't. All right, share the screen. $20 minutes. Okay, 20 minutes starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, there we are. Yeah, there's usually that, if there's people here, there's usually that little bit of chat in between, so 20 is probably better. You're right. So we'll do 20 minutes. So we'll see how this works. This is the first time I've done a 2-hour one. We'll see how it goes. I'll see you back in 20 minutes. I got part of the video that I did real quick, and I got it imported and started working on it. But I can never remember how to turn it around because it was upside down. I never remember how to do that, and I have to spend so much time each time wasting. Okay, looks like we had some people arrive. Laura is here. Hello, Laura. She will be reading tonight. Laura is reading Paranormal Contact. It's a horror collection of short stories. Cool. Sounds like fun. Lizzie says, hey, I have a paper to finish. We're leaving tomorrow at 5 in the morning. And I don't fall asleep till 1. Guess you're not getting too much sleep. Hopefully wherever you're going, you can doze on the way there. Laura says, I like this description. The soft colors bleed around him like salt on a watercolor painting. He is always blurry in my childhood memories and an impression of an impression. Interesting. Interesting. Edie says hi to Lizzie. That's early. It is early. Let's see. All right, Greg. Good night. Thanks for stopping by. I'm glad to see you. BH says hello. I made it for one. How nice to see you. It's nice to see you here. I know things have been a little rough. Probably most of the people in here already have subscribed. I'm almost to 200. Yeah, I'm just under the 200 mark. Hopefully, I'll be over the 200 mark soon. Daisy says, maybe I should have given her a heads up that the conversation wasn't over. Did I miss something here? I don't know. I'm not sure what you're talking about. And Lizzie says, oh, never mind. I got our username wrong. Amelia. Great to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Went over a bit over 30 minutes, but got 340 words in the zone. Yes, great. You're in the zone. It's wonderful. And hi. Hi to you. You've been creeping in the background. That does not surprise me. You used to sit there and wait till I mentioned your name and then pop in. You haven't done that recently. I haven't said your name much recently either. Lizzie says, my comments aren't going through again. Do you have it set on? Oh, can't do it here. You have to do it on the main one. I keep forgetting that. Can't do it where I'm at. You have to make sure you're on live and not. Let me see. I gotta look at this again. You don't want to be on top chat. You want to be on live chat. And hopefully then that way you won't be cut out from any of the comments. Because it's automatically set to top chat. So you have to set it to live chat. I don't know why they do that. They make you have to set it to live chat. So try putting it on live chat and see if the comments go through. Because I'm seeing them now that I put my, because I wasn't on live chat either. I just put it on live chat. And now I'm starting to see your comments. And Amelia says, I did not sit there waiting for you to say it. I swear. Yeah, you swear. You did that perfectly every time. As soon as I mentioned your name, boom, there you were. Okay, so let's see. Where are we? Hopefully Lizzie's seeing her comments now. Lizzie says, I found a girl on a different platform who I found on YouTube. Jumped on me. What? No, wait a minute. Jumped. I jumped again. Stop jumping. Lizzie says, I found a girl on a different platform who I found on YouTube and we talked on YouTube. But she never answered my request. I thought she blocked me. All I know is it automatically goes to Top Chat, and Top Chat it blocks so many different comments for whatever crazy reason. So you have to be on live to get all comments, and it doesn't do it automatically. So you have to go in each time you come on and change it. So hopefully, there we go. It went through. Google removed my comment. Yeah, you have to go. You have to be on the stupid live thing, and you can't. It won't stay there. You have to do it every time. Apparently, I can't do Instagram and a comment now. Maybe not. Excuse me. I got the hiccups again. Sorry. I don't know what. I don't know why I get hiccups either. I know it has to do with swallowing air. He says I should shut up. Just make sure you're on live chat, and hopefully most of your comments will show up. Amanda says, I'm just naturally creepy that way. Universe just told me to get on the stream then. It just seemed to happen so often that it was so weird. Lizzie says, I think I know the top chat, live chat thing by now. And Heather is popping in for a quick hello. Hello, Heather. How are you? Doing good, I hope. And Lizzie says, grr. Most of the time, I don't pay attention. So, like, if somebody's comments aren't coming through, unless something weird, comes through and then it doesn't go anywhere, I don't usually think about the fact that, may not be on the right chat. I really think it's a pain that you have to switch it from top chat to live chat instead of being normally on live chat, but that's the way they do it. Can't do much about it. BH says hello to Heather. I'm trying to get used to my new 2-hour sprints. No more crazy hours. So it's time to start another sprint. We've been doing 20 minutes to try to give time in between for chatting. And now we've chatted, so it's time to start another sprint. Again, 20 minutes, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And Lizzie finished her second draft ever yesterday. Congratulations. I think I'm up to about 3,000. I just keep starting over and going through the whole document. Starting over, going through the whole, and I change something every time. I keep changing things. One of these days, enough is going to be enough. I mean, I have a limit. My deadline is July 1st, and then it goes to the editor. So whatever's on there that day, that's the way it stays. Okay. And let's see. Lizzie says, I really don't know what to do with my career at this point. I have to know. You're still young, Lizzie. You don't have to know right now what you want to do for your career. You may suddenly change and want to be something completely different. You like writing and you can write on the side, but you don't have to decide on a career right this minute. Mary says, by the way, I got a job doing paperwork for a job and got a car. I'm adulting. Probably why I haven't been on. Well, that's great news. I'm supposed to be sprinting, and what I'm doing, I'm talking. I'll talk no matter what. Talk, 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 talk. Well, that's great news. So, good job on the adulting. It's great that you got a car, a job. Wow. Good girl. I hope it's something you enjoy, both the car and the job. I never got much choice on my cars. I got whatever I got stuck with. Now I get a choice on a car, but I don't have the money, so it's whatever I can afford. So I still don't get a choice on what I want for a car, because I would have a fancy sports car if I was allowed to have my choice. So everybody's congratulating you. Busy says, well, when a career is your only purpose on this earth, I kind of need to know. When your career is not your only purpose on this earth, your purpose is to live your life and hopefully enjoy what you're doing. And if it's not writing, it's not the end of the world. You can still write on the side. You could be something else. I mean, I don't know what you like to do. You could be a nurse, you could be a doctor, you could be a astronaut. I mean, there's so many things you could be, and you could still write. Writing is not something that you have to do and be the only thing you do. Writing you can do on the side. A career is what is going to support you through life. And if you can write and you can make a career out of it, then that's great. But you're pretty young to be able to just dive into a career writing. So I wouldn't get too upset about that right now. No one comes here to write. Don't remind me. I was already upset about that the other day. So do not remind me. The idea is to come here. Hopefully somebody will write. Lizzie says, I really want a job or to drive, but I've been driving 2 times a week for a year and I still can't do it. And there is no job good for my mental state. I'm not going to say it's easy. I don't have a career, as my ex-husband was so nastily happy to point out to me that I didn't have a career. And that was my problem. He was a jerk. We've already established that. I haven't grown up and chosen a career yet. I don't think I'll be working since I'm on disability, so that's my career right now. Amelia says, in my journey and through the world of creating good characters, let me tell you that their only defining trait isn't their job, and yours isn't either. Good advice. Good advice. Lizzie says, I need a career more than I need myself. You do not need a career. You are still young enough. Doesn't mean you can't think about it, but you don't need to have one right this moment. Ouch. This darn boot. Man, there's no room under here for it. Tessa agrees with me. That's good. Lizzie says, oh, sorry, Tessa, about the writing thing. That was a little insensitive, Lizzie. Honestly. I will try not to hold it against you. BH says, I'm writing. Heather says, athletes write, musicians write. Exactly. That's what I said. Anything. You can be anything you want and still write. You don't have to give up something you may want to do for a career other than write. You don't have to be a writer full time. Mara says, I'm being productive, highlighting my way through this great story. Cool. You got some really great stories there. Amelia says, I can guarantee that there is a career for your mental health. Lizzie, just got to keep looking and keep improving yourself and you'll find something. Maybe you'll even find something helping people with their mental health. A lot of people in the mental health field, believe it or not, have mental health problems. And that actually does help them help other people. It's not unheard of. It's very common. Actors write, Heather says. Yeah. Lizzie says, I'm talking about a job for teens to get a new laptop for my career. Getting a job for a teen is hard, Lizzie. There aren't a lot of jobs for teenagers that pay great money. They're not careers. They're jobs that tide you over until you graduate from school, depending on whether you're going to college or just high school or whatever you're graduating from. You're just looking for a job. You're not looking for a career right now. You don't need to settle on a career. You just need a job to buy a new laptop. You just said that. So. Let's say, oh, darn it, jumped again. Try this. Everything I do is for my career. I write for it. I research and watch YouTube for it. I even go to church for guidance on it. Again, you can do a lot of things for a career and still write. Because he says, well, I'm writing a paper. That counts. Yep, that counts. My career goes toward healing other people with my books and whatever my medical career job will be. Well, cool. So you got an idea. You are looking into a medical career and you like to help other people. Wonderful. And you can get into the mental health field and help other people. And if you've got experience in it, it's even better. Heather says, lots of teenagers have part-time jobs that are simple, and because of that, you're not too tired to write when you get home. Another good advice. Heather says, yes, you are right, Tessa. It is common. I was surprised at how many people in the mental health field actually had problems themselves. And it was funny because I had just really started, doing my own therapy. And somebody told me that all therapists and psychiatrists have their own therapists and psychiatrists and are in therapy. So, yeah, it's not unheard of at all. And I think it is easier for someone who knows what it's like to suffer some of these conditions to be able to help somebody. BH says, Lizzie, I understand why you're concerned. People are becoming developed sooner. Everyone my age is working at a hospital or pharmacy, but not me. I want a career too. And that's cool. Work for whatever it is you need for your career. You're still young. Compared to me, you're still young. She says you'll also be the writer doctor. Dr. Sprinkle. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, look how many doctors write. Like Robin Cooks, I believe, is a doctor and writes, of course, horror type stories, but they're based on medical things. And you could write about, things like that. BH says you actually are early in your aspects, more embarrassing when you're not a teenager, but already in an adult, there's more pressure. Hi, gibberish. I'm just popping in to say hi. So hi, I hope you all had a nice day. Have a good night, and don't forget to be productive. I'll try to come back another time. Work is really kicking my booty. Another one having a job and adulting. Well, nice to see you. Hope to see you again soon. But I love you guys, so take care. We love you too. Lizzie says, basically, I need to know if I will be a published author, healing people with my books, and healing people physically, both part-time or not. If that doesn't happen, I wasted my life. No, you did not waste your life. If that does not happen. You may not be destined to be a writer. This is what you want at this age, but you still have growing up to do. And you may decide something else is something that you want to do. But it still doesn't stop you from writing on the side. That's one of the good things about writing. You can do it on the side. You can have a career and still write. So, Amelia says careers aren't everything, too. They aren't. Paging Dr. Sprinkle. Pun intended, she says. Lizzie says, they are to me when I'm already lost everything else. It's the last straw, the last chance. No, there's always another chance. Don't be so defeatist. Look on the bright side. As much as I sometimes get down, there's still a bright side to things. I'm supposed to be writing. I'm sitting here talking. So much for the sprint. It's one way of doing this, the chat is do it during the sprint, right? BH says, Lizzie, I used to think that too, but if you think like that, it's likely that you're going to fall to depression states. Better to think you have time to become something. Very true. Very, very true. BH. Oh, jumped again. Oh, good grief. BH says, because you do have time. Yes, you do have time. You have time until, I mean, even at my age, I'm in my 60s now. And, I can still decide to do something. Well, I'm disabled, so probably not. But that's, if I wasn't disabled, I could choose to do something now. There's a lot of people going to school at my age and learning a new career. You're not stuck in a career at this time in your life. You are still young. Amelia says, Lizzie, that's not the way to think about it. Even one person touched by your books or work makes your life well lived. Another great saying. It's so true. Lizzie says, I know, I just don't want to put time into anything that won't be a career at this time of my life. Journaling doesn't take up as much time as writing. I just started journaling. My son gave me a journal for Mother's Day, and I've been trying to work at it, and I've been using my stickers to decorate it, so it's not just a plain old writing. And I think I'm going to buy a couple more journals now while I have the money, so I have them. I think I'll keep it up. I've been kind of enjoying it. So, yeah, I'm journaling now. You got plenty of time. Plenty of time. I promise I'm not spiraling in this. I'm just trying to explain my thoughts, but I can't find the right words. They'll come to you. BH says, I faced many disappointments with my path to find a career, but now I'm trying harder than ever because there must be something for me. And same thing with you, BH. You know, it may not be right now. You may have to wait a little while. But, you know, it will come to you. Sometimes some of us are just a little slower than others. Yeah, we were sprinting. We're almost out. We got 3 minutes left. And I didn't do anything except chat during the whole thing. So we were sprinting. You got less than 3 minutes now. Laughing your ass off. Lizzie says, in my head I can word this perfectly, but in this comment section I sound like I'm speaking my own language. You're just way too serious, Lizzie. You need to be, at this point in your life, lighten up. You're still a kid. No matter how mature you are, you're still a kid. And you've got time. And make a list of what you are interested in and see what kind of careers are in those different fields, and something you know might hit you that you're interested in. BH says, my current idea is to get a PhD in biochemistry. It'll be 8 to 10 years, but I will be proud of it. I was upset I'd be so old, but that time is going anyway, so why not? People are getting careers older and older now. Like I said, even at my age, people are going to school and changing their careers. I'm in my 60s. I'm 64. And, you know, people change their careers all the time. And if you don't like the first one, try another one. Amelia and her little things. I have no idea what that one was. Not that I know what any of them are, to tell you the truth. BH says, I'm also planning to publish my writing. Nothing wrong with that. Let's see. I'm trying to skip over some of this stuff. Amelia says, I don't know what I'm going into, but I like the kind of job I'm getting now, and I'm planning on trying new stuff. Currently looking forward to taking a one-day scuba class. That's cool. I wanted to scuba dive, but I'm terrified of going underwater. I'm terrified of putting a mask on my face, and I'm terrified of sharks and fish. So, scuba diving's not for me, but I would love to. I wanted to be an oceanographer and you know, go down to shipwrecks and explore them. Well, not going to happen. I can't get over those fears. Okay, this one is going to run out on me, so I get this timer before it beeps forever. Okay. Well, I did not get anything done during that sprint. I'm trying to do a video. I have I think I have 3 videos lined up. One which is very complicated. I'm not sure if I know how to do it in my editing software, so I'm not sure if it'll be what I'm hoping. But any way to do it is to try. So I'm going to try to do it and see what happens. So I didn't get anything done. He says, apparently I can't find anyone in my family or my few friends that would be willing to scuba dive. Guess I just have to make new ones. Hopefully an extrovert will adopt me. My ex-husband was very interested in scuba diving, and he wanted me to go with him. And I said, I'm sorry, I just can't. I am too anxious. I cannot do it. It's not something I can do. But my daughter was interested. So she started scuba diving, but then she found out she was pregnant. So she managed to just get certified before she had the baby. And she hasn't been scuba diving since. So, but he was really disappointed because he wanted somebody to scuba dive with, mainly me, but it wasn't going to happen. And he's happy. He's scuba diving with all kinds of people. You know, he didn't let us stop him. So sometimes our desires are they're not fully met. I mean, he wanted to dive with me, but I couldn't do it. Just the way things go. He's happy. He's diving. He's, doing all kinds of stuff. He went really high up in, learning new diving and getting experience doing, I think he went on shipwrecks and stuff like that. All things I wanted to do, but just had too many fears to do. There are jobs in scuba diving, but even if I don't go into one, it'll be a cool hobby. Yeah, I mean, obviously somebody needs to train people how to scuba dive. People have to go out on boats for trips and, help divers. And then you can always get a job, like I said, if you like exploring wrecks, and you can go do, diving on wrecks and trying to bring up things that might still be down there. Most of the older wrecks are pretty picked over, but there's probably still, as the water constantly shifts under the ocean like that, it constantly moves, things come to light. So, and it's always a great hobby, yes. I agree with that. So, do you think scuba diving sounds cool? Dee Dee says, I like looking at the ocean. I can't get into it, though. I'm terrified. I've heard scuba diving is amazing, though. Yeah, I'm terrified of it myself. I don't like my head underwater. I don't like getting into the water and things are hitting my legs and stuff. Even in the shallows, I'm terrified something's coming after me. I did do a little bit of not scuba diving, but when you put the mask on your face and just put your head in the water. The heck is that called? I did do a little bit of that, but that took me an hour before I could even get my head in the mask. And then I had to put it underwater. And then when I saw what was in the water, like big fish, I got really scared. I was busy screaming. My ex-husband's like, I can hear you screaming underneath the water. I said, well, there was this big stingray under me. Scared me half to death. Amelia said, for safety reasons, you're supposed to dive in pairs or larger groups. If I like scuba diving, I'll join the dive shops club where they have monthly dives. Yeah, that's what he does, and now I think he runs the dives. He's been doing it for so long now that, he's old hat at it. Amelia says, Dee Dee, have you seen the game Subnautica? Oh, jumped again. Heather said, my niece is taking the Scout scuba classes to get certified. That's cool. My daughter, like I said, she did it with her dad. He wanted at least somebody in the family to be interested. And so she was And, they started out in a pool, and then they went into an area that was kind of like a lake with things built into it for you to scuba dive and, you know, go down different lengths and whatnot. It was set up for people learning how to dive and, to pass their tests and everything, which, like I said, she passed just before she had her baby. And she hasn't scuba dived since. So, I don't think she was all that interested. Dee Dee says, ha ha ha, yes, and Amelia Moore, I can get in that way. Mia said it's a terrifying ocean game, but the people who play it on YouTube seem to be scared of the ocean in general. I know I'm afraid of the ocean. I don't even like putting my head under in a pool. And my ex-husband used to think it was fun to throw me in and make sure my head was underwater. So he's like, hold your nose, I'm going to throw you in. I'm like, why do we have to do this? And I'm upset and scared. And he would force me to do that every time. I'm like, he was just plain mean. Edie says I did a VR underwater thing and it was cool. I did the shark simulator and it was not cool. He did one of the shark trips where he got to be down there with the swimming with the sharks. Not me. Nope. 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 Lizzie says I have to finish this paper for real, everyone, and finish packing. Thanks for the stream and the pep talk. Hopefully I can make some streams in Arizona. All right. Have a great trip. Finish your paper. Be a good girl. We'll see you later. Mary says that would be cool, Lizzie. Mary says Subnautica has giant creatures called leviathans, most of which want to eat you to add to your ocean fear. Yeah, there's a lot of movies on leviathans. Definitely don't want to run into anything like that. I'll just stay on the dry land. Though there's stuff on the dry land that can get you too. All right, let's start another sprint. This time, hopefully we'll sprint because I only have 45 minutes left. So let's make it count. Timer, 20 minutes. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, this time I'm actually going to try to do something. So I will be back. Talk amongst you, but I'm going to stay out of it. Hi, BH. Looks like you're going. Okay. Good luck with the plan to get rid of the raccoons. All right. Back to my writing. Or whatever I'm going to do. I think I have a video to do. I got my movie is exporting now. My video is exporting, so hop back in the chat real quick. I see a few other things going on. Heather's leaving. Yeah, people pushing people under there. I think it's really terrible when they know they're afraid. Heather's heading out. Good night. Probably missed you already. Oh, Monique is here. Hi. Ended up talking to my longtime friend who's in book 3 that I'm writing and catching up on some memories. Cool. It's hard for me to write right now. The son is playing this video game loudly. I'm in need of complete silence type of writer. I kind of like silence too. I don't like anything else. Well, not even music. Laura journaled and time for some more reading. Cool. The next video is really complicated. I probably should do the short one though, because that one is more time, has to be done a certain time, like now should be done, whereas the other one can wait. It doesn't have to be done right this minute. And it's going to be harder because I don't know how to cut things and add things in, so we'll see how that works. I'll try. That's Megan's tag. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to just a regular video, unless I just go back to regular video because I can't do it. So like it's 10:30 now, so when I end at 11, it's time to go to bed because I have to get up at 9 again tomorrow morning. So last night I got Charlie's stream was so long, and I'm like, I need to go to sleep. Somebody go, so I don't have to be the first one to say goodbye. I don't want to be the first one. I have to look up to figure out what kind of journal I want to get. I'm going to get a couple. So I have them when the time comes. Still got room in this one. But I have money right now, so I may not have money later, so it might be a good idea to order them now. All right, we got a little over 2 minutes left. Guess I'm starting something else at this point. I mean, I can work on my practice of my special letters for my special handwriting. Trying to learn how to do fancy. Some of the really fancy ones, I really don't like the way they look. I don't know if it's just me, the way I write them, or if I just don't like them, period. I'm sitting here practicing the alphabet. I'm trying to remember how the alphabet goes. I have to keep singing it over to myself. this one looks sloppy. Oh, oh, running out of time. Okay, so we have exactly enough time for one more 20-minute sprint. What did everyone get done, if anything? Trying to learn how to watch my time is one of my hardest parts because I'm used to just going forever and not worrying about it. And now I have to watch my time, and I dropped down to the 20 hours for free, so I'm not paying for the monthly unlimited because I'm not going to be doing that much sprinting. So back to the 20 hours free. So, and it won't be fancy anymore either. You go back to seeing this the old whatever it is that they do standard for free. That's what it'll be now. So I don't have to redo. I was going to redo the whole thing and change the colors and design. I don't have to do any of that now. Our journal. Dee Dee got about 100 words. Save some cicadas from my dog. Yeah, I guess somewhere around 134 words. Good job, everybody. So we got one more 20-minute sprint, and then this stream will be over, which is so weird. And then I need to go to bed. I didn't get much sleep last night. I was so tired this morning. And the aide came, and I'm like trying to stay awake. All right, let's get the next timer started. 20 minutes starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Laura says I video chatted with my mom today and saw the puppy. Oh, how cute. It's going to be a big difference when you finally have the puppy in your house instead of seeing pictures. Okay, got to do something because I didn't get anything done all day. So I will see you in 19 minutes. Hi, Amelia. Thanks for coming. Have a great night. Oh boy, 2 hours goes so fast. I did a couple Canva thumbnails for my next videos. I still have to do the videos. The thumbnails are easier. I still have a video that's importing and that gets longer, so it's taking longer. Laura applied for a grant for women horror writers. Fingers crossed. Cool. That would be nice. Good luck with that. The 2 hour format is so weird because the time just went so fast and I had to keep moving right along. So I don't feel like I get as much done and it feels like it goes so fast, but might as well get used to it because that's what it's going to be. 2 hours from now on is going to have to do what everybody else does. No more long sprints for me. So, good night, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it, and I will see you soon. Good night now.